I am blind, I cannot see. Color is no bar to me. I know neither black nor white. I walk in night, yet it seems I am mankind, more tortured than the blind. Can it be that those who know sight are often doomed to woes? Or is that seeing? They never see with the infinite eyes, nor one like me. So that is from Langston Hughes. I am obsessed with his collection, so every so often I do sit down and read something from it, and I like that one. It's very much symbolic into some of what I've been reading. So I took a week off of not reading, guys. I was on vacation, didn't go anywhere. I was just at my parents' house and spending time with Abby. And I decided to sleep, eat, and watch movies. I watch a lot of movies. Most are international indie movies. I tend to like those indie movies, and they were very good and kept my engagement for the entire time because I just kept on watching one after the other, that kind of deal. And I think it's important, especially for somebody who reads a lot like me, that you take a break, you take a step back from books, and you relax and refresh, so that when you do pick up another book, it feels different, versus just go, 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 go. And also, it gives you also time to think about the books that you recently read and how you feel about them. And also, I'm a writer, so it also gives me time to sit down and reflect and get back into writing. I have been neglecting my blog a little bit, not because I don't have material. It's more so photos, and all the mood as well needs to be right when I do post. So I did post my wrap up, my monthly reflection, which is, on, so you can check it out. But I'm also had to be able to take some pictures. My mom, helping me with that situation. I do have a photographer here, which I just haven't contacted her because honestly, it's the mood. The mood hasn't been the greatest for me to want to do all of this. But it's fall. Sorry about that. It's fall, and I'm starting to get in the hang of it again, and I'm excited for that. So that's what I'm going to do. So after a week, I decided to pick up this book. This was recommended by Dee Dee, and it's called What Passes as Love. And don't remember what the author name was, so I'm trying to look it up on my Kindle. I'll put the picture up. I think it's Trisha Something. Yeah, I should have had my Kindle open. But this one is also has that historical fiction that is inspired by real life character. In this case, it's a woman that's passing. This is like the 1850s. And she did not choose passing. It was somewhat chosen for her. She was in a situation where, sorry guys, I'm using natural light again, so it's gonna go in and out. So she was in a situation where she lives in a house with two other white women who also in retrospect you think should probably be her siblings, because the master is supposed to be their dad. She is in the between. She grew up in the slave quarters with the rest of the slaves. Then all of a sudden now she's in the house with those who are not. And went to town with the women, and somewhat got separated. So she ended up in the arms of two men. One who fell in love with her immediately, and they were brothers, and swooped off with them. The kind of damsel in distress kind of woman, and she looks like she needs to be saved or something. But they did not know that she was in fact a slave. They thought that she was a regular white woman, because that should tell you she can definitely pass. And she went with them, created a life with them, and then one of her a boy that she grew up with, like a childhood friend that was, you know, looked out for her, was blamed and was sold off. It just so happened he was sold to the family that she's now a part of. So there's that. This book, I think, had more secrets that were entertaining versus heartbreaking where you're struggling to read it. This is one of the ones of all the ones I've read this year. The Yellow Wife, Queen, Island Queen that I just finished, where I think it wasn't as harsh to read. You know, things happening. There are several talks of things of you know, slave getting lynched or all that, but it wasn't in the book in a point where you just kind of like, oh my God, you just don't want to read another slave narrative because of the how sometimes it can be draining to read that. Didn't get that in this. This felt more of a love story, more of a survival, and you are a part of this woman who is passing, but not necessarily forgetting who she is because she's passing, because that's a lot of these books that you read where it's a passing character, they kind of like throw that life aside and never, you know, revisit that kind of situation. In this, you don't get that. You get that she's really aware of herself, but she also is in the middle where she doesn't really belong on either side. You know, she can't really live amongst the black, dark-skinned people, and yet when she's with the white folks, she cannot really fit in because of the things that they say and their thought process on how they treat slaves. So you get that in this, and I thought that was very interesting, and I really like that. And but it, you know, it's one of those books that I find that the ending make me wanted to know more about certain things. There are certain things in there that I'm like, okay, what happened here, what happened there, that kind of deal. And which normally doesn't bother me in books, but in this one it's just like, oh, I want to know more, especially since it was influenced by an actual real woman. So it just makes me want to like Google and find out more what happened next because of how it ended. But there is that element of love in this, and you know, just like in Island Queen, there's elements of love in a way, but this one more, the love was more there, because I think that's the intention of the writer in this, is to not just to tell the life of a person, but like show love, and in a time when things were very difficult for anyone who were dark skinned and had any ounce of black in them. So I liked it, I really did, and it's definitely a one I would recommend, especially if you want to read something like this, but you're just so you know, you're worried about how harsh and dramatic it would be. But yeah, my phone. Okay, so I'm back. Now, what did I want to read this month, guys? I have no idea. I have so many books that I should be reading. Historical fiction, my Harlem Renaissance books, I need to get back into them. I have 3 books that I need to read by the end of the year. And I also have the Langston Hughes short story collection. I have the entire thing, so I need to get to that. So I am not sure what I want to read, but I want to know, what are you guys reading? What kind of books are out there right now that you think I should want to read? Because I really don't pay attention to a lot of new releases, and some books that, like, I never even heard of this book that I just read. And if it wasn't for DD, I probably wouldn't have known. Because I really don't pay as much attention to new releases as much. You guys see that in the books that I typically read. I'm also waiting on the Booker shortlist, because I have one more books that are from the long list that I haven't read yet, but I also feel like I want to just focus on the shortlist when it comes out. So it comes out on the 14th. So when it comes out, I'm hoping at least half the book I've read. You know, 3 please on there, so I don't have that much to read, and then those will probably be the books that I will pick up. But I think I want to get back into the read more of my Harlem Renaissance books, and some Caribbean books that I also started in the summer, never actually finished, so maybe I need to get back to that, because I'm reading some big books in October. yeah, Dickens is going to be in October, Bleak House, and I think I have one more book that's a bit chunky that I'm going to read in October as well. So I know I need to kind of get a lot of these other fast-paced, easier book this month, because I know I'm not going to be able to read as much next month because of the chunky books that I'm going to read. Plus, I need to start working on my outline for November. Yeah, I know. I always write November. NaNoWriMo. So, which is going to be a short story collection this time. That's what I want to work on. So, yeah. But that's it, guys. Let me know what you're reading. What are you into? What books that you think I should put on my TBR? I would love to know. Interesting book. Doesn't have to be a popular book, because I think, if you guys can tell, I don't read a lot of popular books. I like those books that people don't talk much about. I find that these books needs to get some shine. The other books get a whole lot of shine. They don't need me to give it more. So yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and this is just a chill video today. I am still on I feel like I'm still on vacation a little bit. My body's still relaxed. So yeah, but I have stuff coming up. I have a lot of DIY project that I am in store for this fall. Y'all will be surprised. Some of them not so much, but there are going to be some interesting DIY that I am going to tackle. I know I can do it. I know I can. So stay tuned, guys. And yeah, oh, one more thing, the fall book. Guys, I have no idea. I looked and I said, what book can I get to do a read along? Because I'm not sure what book. I'm just not sure. I thought maybe just select a Harlem Renaissance book and we all could read it, because that's probably the only thing I could think of. But let me know. You know, I've never done one of that before, and you know, it's not like I have a mailbox of people suggesting books to really pick from. So let me know. Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.